$12. That used to be a decent lunch. 15 years ago, $12 bought you a full meal, a drink, and probably leftovers for tomorrow. Today, I walked into 3 of the biggest fast food chains in America with $12 and walked out still hungry. And no, I'm not being dramatic. I weighed the food. I measured it. I compared what you get now to what we used to get. The numbers are embarrassing. Fast food was never meant to be fancy. It was meant to be cheap, fast, and filling. It was the thing you grabbed when you were too tired to cook, too broke for a restaurant, and too busy to sit down. You could feed a family for under $20 and nobody felt robbed. Now a single value meal is flirting with $12, $13, $14. And here's the part that really pisses me off. It's not just the price going up, it's the portions quietly getting smaller at the same time. That's shrinkflation. You're paying more, they're giving you less, and they're hoping you're too tired after work to notice. I'm not saying these companies don't have higher costs. I'm not saying workers don't deserve better pay. I am saying there is a line where it stops being food and starts being a joke. When you have to think twice about grabbing a basic fast food lunch because it feels like a luxury, something is broken. So I ran a test. I took $12 and went to 3 major fast food chains. Same simple rule at each place. What is the best meal I can get for $12 or less, without coupons, without apps, just like a normal, exhausted person on their lunch break? Then I brought it all home, weighed the fries, looked at the portion sizes, and asked one question. Does this actually feed an adult human being? Let's start with stop number 1. At the first chain, I went for their classic combo: burger, fries, drink. Total, just under $12. On paper, that sounds fine. But then you open the bag. The fries barely filled half the carton. You know that sad feeling when you look down and see more cardboard than potato? That. I tipped them out and put them on a scale. Not even 4 ounces of fries. For almost $12. Then the burger. It looks okay at first glance. The wrapper is puffed up, the bun is tall, it fills your hand. But when you open it, the patty is thin and the bun is doing all the heavy lifting. That is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Big, fluffy bun, lots of lettuce, tiny amount of actual meat. Taste-wise, it's fine. It's fast food. But here's the important part. When you finish the whole meal, you're not really full. You're, I could eat again, full. You've basically paid $12 to be mildly less hungry. Let's move to chain number 2. Same deal. Walk in with $12, ask for a meal. This time their combo and tax pushed me so close to the limit that if I'd added a dessert or upgraded anything, I would have gone over $12. The fries here looked more generous. When I weighed them, they came in a little higher, around 4.5 ounces. So yes, technically more fries. The burger was their so-called signature option. You know, the one with the glossy menu photo and the dramatic close-up of the sauce dripping down the side? In real life, it's smaller than the picture, the patty is again thin, and there's a lot of air in that bun. The whole premium thing is mostly marketing. You're not holding something that feels like a $12 treat. You're holding a slightly dressed-up version of the same basic sandwich. And the drink, massive cup, barely any actual soda under all that ice. You're paying for a lot of branded plastic and water. Total experience? Slightly more filling than chain 1, but again, not by much. You're still not at that I could skip dinner if I had to level of full. You're at, I'll need a snack this afternoon, full, for $12. Now chain number 3 is where it gets truly ridiculous. With this one, I couldn't even get a full combo under $12. Let that sink in. I had to pick. Do I want the sandwich and fries, or do I want the sandwich and a drink? A basic fast food combo is now above $12. And this isn't some fancy sit-down place. This is a counter, a paper bag, and a drive-through. So I prioritized food over liquid sugar and skipped the drink. What I walked out with was a sandwich and a side. The portion size on the fries here was the stingiest of all 3. When I weighed them, it was closer to a large snack than a side for a full meal. The sandwich was taller, had more sauce, and looked premium, but again, bun and toppings did most of the work. The protein portion was not big enough to justify the price. When you sit there at home with 3 different meals lined up, $12 each, it hits you how bad the value has gotten. You are looking at $36 worth of food, and honestly, it looks like what $20 used to buy. And that's the part the companies don't want you to think about. They'll tell you about new recipes and reimagined value meals and premium ingredients, but they won't put an old menu side by side with a new one and ask, are you actually getting more? So let's answer the question, is fast food still worth it? If you are truly paying for convenience, maybe. If you are driving between jobs, stuck in traffic, grabbing something between school runs, sometimes you don't have a choice. Time is money too. But if you're going to spend $12 to not really be full, you might as well know that up front. Because the way fast food is priced now, it's no longer the cheap option. It's just the fastest way to burn a hole in your wallet and still be hungry. My verdict from this little experiment is simple. 1. The portions are absolutely smaller than what most of us remember, and the prices are way higher. You are not imagining it. 2. The value meal label is basically a joke at this point. There is no value in paying $12 for a sad scoop of fries and a skinny burger. And 3, if you are on a tight budget, fast food should be your emergency backup, not your default. Keep it for days when you truly have no time or energy. Because for the price of one of these meals, you can absolutely cook something at home that feeds you better and probably gives you leftovers. You are not crazy. You are being asked to pay restaurant prices for food that doesn't even pretend to be restaurant quality. If you're tired of feeling ripped off every time you eat, stick around. I'll be putting more of these so-called value deals on the scale and into the Shrinkflation Hall of Shame. And fast food chains, if you're watching, if $12 can't buy a proper meal anymore, at least stop acting like you're doing us a favor.